He had no name, no home, and no future. But one act of kindness changed everything. This is the story of a street child who became a hero in uniform. His name was Rahim. At least, that's what the other street kids called him. No one knew where he came from, not even Rahim himself. He grew up in a cruel world, sleeping under shop shades, stealing leftover food, running from angry vendors. Every night, he looked up at the stars and whispered to himself, "Maybe tomorrow will be different." One cold evening, Rahim collapsed outside a police station. He hadn't eaten in days. People passed him by, some with pity, most with indifference. But then, a young constable saw him. He picked Rahim up, covered him with his jacket, and gave him warm food. For the first time, Rahim didn't feel invisible. That constable, named Arif, didn't stop there. Cracked walls, broken windows, and very little food. He took Rahim to a nearby orphanage. It wasn't a fancy place, but for Rahim, it was paradise. He had a bed, 3 meals, and for the first time, a sense of belonging. One day, Arif visited again, this time in full uniform. Rahim couldn't take his eyes off the shiny badge. He ran up to him and asked, "How do I become like you?" Arif smiled, knelt down, and said, "You study, stay strong, and protect those who can't protect themselves." From that day, Rahim had a dream, to wear that same badge. Life in the orphanage wasn't easy. There were too many kids, too few resources. Some days, there wasn't enough food. Others, there were fights, anger, and loneliness. But Rahim kept studying, kept helping others. He read under streetlights. When power went out, he learned discipline, self-control, and how to be brave, even when afraid. Years passed. Rahim grew tall, strong, and determined. He applied for the police exam. Many laughed. A street kid? In uniform. But he didn't care. He studied harder, ran farther. On exam day, he arrived early, wearing his only good shirt. Weeks later, a letter arrived at the orphanage. Rahim opened it with trembling hands. He had passed. The day Rahim wore his uniform for the first time, the orphanage kids screamed in joy. Arif stood proudly in the background, clapping with a hand over his heart. Rahim saluted him. It was not just a dream fulfilled. It was a full-circle moment. Rahim didn't forget where he came from. He patrolled the same streets he once slept on. He gave food to the kids who lived in gutters. He got drug dealers arrested near slums. He made sure the orphanage received government help. For him, justice wasn't just law, it was kindness. One day, Rahim knocked on a familiar door. Constable Arif's house. Now retired Arif opened the door to find the boy he once fed, now a full-grown officer. Rahim bowed his head, and with tears in his eyes, said, "You didn't just feed me, you gave me a future. If I can wear this badge, so can you." Years later, Rahim became a respected inspector. He started a new program, Street to Strength, helping street children get education, food, and purpose. He told every child he met, "I was one of you, and maybe, just maybe, one of those kids will one day take his place and carry the dream forward." Not all heroes wear capes. Some wear old uniforms and carry forgotten stories. This was the story of one such hero. A boy once lost in the crowd, who became the protector of many.